Friends, USA All-Star Wrestling.
The excitement of USA All-Star Wrestling about to begin in your living room. We're at Pasadena at Gilley's, the world's famous nightclub, and what I have here is the wildest looking tag team combination. Men or women, it doesn't make any difference. The Daughters of Darkness of Fantasy. I'll be talking to them in just a moment. They will be going into the ring here today to take on the two good-looking wrestlers. That's Candi, Devine, and Taylor Thomas. Also, Bigfoot the Sheepherder's here. One of the grapplers will be stepping into the ring. That wild-looking Russian Nuko is here. Scott Casey the Cowboy, Sheepherder Jonathan Boyd, Big Bubba, and much, much more. It's USA All-Star Wrestling. The first match will be going into the ring in just about 3 minutes, so don't go away. Well, Miss Fantasy, I know you've got the wildest thing that anybody's ever seen. They were here last week and got a little carried away with herself, and I hope you can keep them under better control tonight.
That's right, Steve Sachs. As you know, we are the United States Tag Team Champions here. I have them, I own them, they're in my stable. Nobody but the best works for me because my managerial abilities get me where I want to be, baby, and that's on top. And with the best behind me, I'll have every belt I want. Those little Barbie dolls out there, Miss Candi, Devine, better watch out because they're going to rip your head off, baby. They're going to chew you up for my dinner and spit you out for my dessert.
Well, you just keep talking like, you know, I look at these wild-looking things. You know, when are you going to shave half of your head?
Hey, Steve Sachs, if it would make me any better of a manager, I just might do that, in fact, because this is beauty in its finest form.
I don't know if it'll make you any better manager. It might help your looks a little bit.
I got the... Why don't you shut your little ugly big mouth? That's right, you shut up. Let me tell you something. They are the United States Tag Team Champions, the women's world, and they are mine, baby, owned by Fantasy.
Well, sometimes I think you might need more of those chains to control those two because they are something else. This is Luna, and that's Locke, and they'll be going into the ring for the opening match here on USA All-Star Wrestling right after this.
Fred Barron's USA All-Star Wrestling, recorded live from Gilley's.
In the ring, and their opponents are here with me on the way to the ring. It's the lovely Candi Devine and also just as lovely Taylor Thomas. It's nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you, and I'm glad to be back here in Texas. I was here just recently, and I won the ladies' title, and I'm ready to take on all comers for the belt because I'm going to keep my belt. And when I heard that the Daughters of Darkness were here, I decided to call a partner and come in and wrestle them. This is my partner, Taylor Thomas, and together we plan to beat the Daughters of Darkness.
Well, I know you are the USA Women's Heavyweight Champion. Taylor, it's nice to have you here in Texas with USA All-Star Wrestling.
Well, it's nice to be here, and I'm here for one reason, to help my good friend Candi take care of these two goons. If they want to wrestle, we'll wrestle. If they want to fight, fine, we can fight too. We don't back down from nobody.
Thank you both very much.
Ready.
Don't let the looks fool you. They are wild. Your opponents are in the ring, so if you'll make your way there now, we'll go down to the ring and pick up the introductions. I'll tell you what, have you ever seen such a contrast? Those wild-looking Daughters of Darkness with half of their head shaved and all that paint all over them, and then the two good-looking girls, Candi Devine and Taylor Thomas. Well, let's see who's going to come out on top. Let's go to the ring and pick up the introductions with Mark Nolte.
Opening match of the night, 10-minute time limit. Presenting first to my right, seconded by their manager Fantasy, at a combined weight of 269 pounds, from the dark side of midnight, Locke, Luna, the Daughters of Darkness. Their opponents tonight in front of me, first from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 135 pounds, Taylor Thomas. Her partner from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing 128 pounds, the USA Women's Champion, Candi Devine.
Now, Candi Devine introduced her as the last girl in the ring, as we have Taylor Thomas as her partner to take on those wild-looking Daughters of Darkness, Rusty, and this ought to be something else.
Locke and Luna. Boy, I'll tell you what, Steve, if there's two more wild people around this country anywhere, I have not yet seen them. They are nuts. They're crazy.
Well, let's see who's going to start. That's going to be Luna against Taylor Thomas. Look at her. She jumps up on the back. The referee is Harry Chandler. I wouldn't want the referee's job in this match.
No way. I mean, because you never know what the Locke and Luna are going to do. And Harry's got a heck of a job up there tonight. Look at Luna. Look at her. I mean, if they ever get a shot of her face, which you have, you see what I mean.
Well, that Locke. It's hard to tell these girls. The only way you can tell them is one of them has dark hair and the other one has a little rainbow hair.
That's Luna in the ring right now, right? Okay.
That's her. Oh, there's a knee from Luna into the midsection of Taylor Thomas. And now it's both Daughters of Darkness over there choking Taylor. Harry Chandler gets Candi Devine out of the way. And now look at those two wild-looking Daughters of Darkness take care, and Fantasy helps.
Yeah, Fantasy's on the outside. She's going to get her 2 cents in with. And look at that little smug mirk on her face. I call it a mirk because they look like a couple of mirks. 3 mirks up there.
Luna is tagged out. It is Locke in the ring. Here comes Taylor Thomas, bouncing across the ropes. A knee into the midsection. That doubles her up.
Boy, she does. I'll tell you what, Steve. Locke and Luna, the two of them up there, they're quite a tag team combination. And look at now. Locke just raked her back. And now Locke hooks up with Candi Devine. Candi gets in a punch. Another one. Another one. She's going to force Luna back. Ah, good snapmare there. Another one. And Candi Devine right now is taking care of Luna. Come in with a good punch. Forearm blow. And she's got Candi. Now that is quite a feat considering Luna's size. Of course, you got to realize that she's a little bit on the crazy side.
Yeah, they are. And of course, you no telling what Fantasy might do outside the ring. Candi Devine and Taylor Thomas, pretty good-looking couple girls.
Oh, they are. Beautiful ladies. And I say they're ladies. They're not like those two wild animals in the ring.
There's a full Nelson being applied to Candi Devine. Candi trying to come out of it. Over on the other side, you see Taylor Thomas tied up with the other Daughter of Darkness. Ah, cat fight. I'll tell you what, these girls are tough.
Yeah, they are, Steve. I guarantee you they are. And you got all 4 ladies in there, 2 ladies and 2 animals right now, and they're going at it right now. Look at that.
I don't know how long they've been battling it out, but one of them got kicked in the head. Taylor Thomas got kicked in the head as she just happened to be in the wrong spot as Candi Devine took Luna over and she kicked Taylor Thomas in the head, but Taylor still manages to stand up somehow as Candi Devine holds on to the front face lock there as she has Luna covered up. There goes Taylor back over. Well, these girls are just wild.
Yeah, it looks like the referee has lost control of the match too, Steve, because you got all 4 girls in there right now, and nobody knows what's going on. I don't even know who's supposed to be in the ring right now myself.
I don't think that they know in there. It may be Candi Devine and... Oh, look at here. Here comes Taylor Thomas thrown out by Locke. And both Locke and Luna go after Candi Devine. The referee's going to ask for the bell. And I don't blame him there because things have been out of control for a minute or so now, and these girls are still battling it out.
Yeah, Harry Chandler should ask for the bell because it's got completely out of control. And with Locke and Luna, both of them in there, you don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. And, of course, you got Fantasy outside the ring. Always got to remember, Fantasy's around somewhere.
Well, Taylor Thomas is outside. Candi Devine is inside, pounding on Luna. And now the referee, Harry Chandler, finally gets in between. Here comes that other wild-looking Daughter of Darkness. It's all over. We'll wait for the referee's decision. I don't know what he is calling a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here comes the decision.
9 seconds. Referee Harry Chandler has disqualified
Both teams disqualified, and that's a good decision. Stay tuned because we'll be back with more exciting action as Bigfoot the sheep herder steps in the ring right after this.
His opponent from San Antonio, weighing 231 pounds, the Inspector, Randy Hoskins.
Well, there are the introductions. See the referee, Nick Kozak, in the ring. Rusty, Nick Kozak and Sammy Jones. Sammy are starting a wrestling school, and their phone number is 947-2858. That's 947-2858, area code 713. So if you're interested in wrestling, get a hold of Sammy and Nick.
Yeah, one thing about it, Steve, and you've mentioned it many times on the shows before, all you kids watching, these are professional wrestlers, and you need to go to school. You need to know how to fall. Don't do this stuff at home.
And don't practice what you see the professionals do. I'll tell you what, you know, some of your friends might get injured and it'd be your fault. We don't want you to do that. We want you to enjoy it. Let the professionals do all the wrestling in the ring and just sit back and come out and see us. And by the way, all kids tickets and military personnel tickets only $3 wherever USA All-Star Wrestling is held.
Military personnel. I'm an old ex-Navy man. That's good to hear that.
Yeah, you know, the money's not too good in the service either, you know.
You got that right, Steve. Anyway, Bigfoot. Boy, that guy is something else. Randy Hoskins, I like old Randy, but I think he's overmatched in this match. I really do.
Now, Bigfoot the sheep herder under the tutelage of Jonathan Boyd. Of course, it is Tanui the sheep down at ringside. USA All-Star Wrestling. Wherever you're watching, we hope you'll enjoy it. Bigfoot working on the head of Randy Hoskins. This Bigfoot is a big, mean, vicious-looking guy.
Have you ever wondered what that means when he goes, hoo, hoo, hoo? What does that mean?
I don't know. I think he heard Jonathan Boyd do it, so, you know, he said, well, if the boss man can do it, I can do it.
I think that's probably their line of communication down there in New Zealand with the way they talk to each other, Steve. With Jonathan Boyd and the sheep herder and all the rest of those sheep herders he's got. Tanui and that other one.
There's Hoskins being thrown down by Bigfoot the sheep herder. Bigfoot drops that leg across the back, punishes Hoskins again. Here comes Bigfoot reaching down now. Takes Randy Hoskins, throws him into the ropes, gets in front with an elbow, knocks him down. Stay tuned, because coming right up after this match, I'll be talking to Larry Sharpe and Bam Bam Bigelow, as Bam Bam Bigelow is about to go into the ring for another match here on USA All-Star Wrestling. Forearm to the back. There's a chokehold. Kozak, the referee, gets Bigfoot back. Here comes Bigfoot going up onto the middle rope. What's he going to do? He dives with an elbow, and is it all over? Well, it would be, I meant, if he tried to pin him, but he's not doing anything.
He wants to punish him, Steve. I've seen Bigfoot in too many matches, and all he wants to do is punish somebody, and that is orders from Jonathan Boyd.
Oh, he dropped him on his head that time. This match should have been over a long time ago, but Bigfoot has just refused to pin Randy Hoskins. I don't know what he's doing, just walking around the ring like he's lost. Bigfoot holding on to the leg of Randy Hoskins. He could have pinned Hoskins a long time ago. Here he has him up for a slam. There's a big slam, and he still doesn't try to pin him. I don't know what's going on in the head of this Bigfoot. Here he comes. There's the Bigfoot. There it is. Boyd has come out and he said, pin him now. And finally, the sheep herder gets on top, and it's 1, 2, 3. And Bigfoot finally wins it here as he decides to pin Randy Hoskins. We're coming down the aisle now, ladies and gentlemen, is Larry Sharpe from the Monster Factory in New Jersey. And his most famous monster at this time. I'm sure there'll be more coming out of the Monster Factory, but this is Bam Bam Bigelow.
Steve, you don't have to tell people who he is. It's all over. And when the smoke cleared, I want to ask you one question. Where's Bubba? Where?
I won't ask.
It's all over. It's all said and done. And we look around. We look under the ring. We look through the ring. We look hiding in the crowd. I can't believe as big as he is, he's nowhere to be found. You know what that says? When a man don't show his face, when a man don't come up and stick his face right in public and say, here I am, I'm proud of what happened. Well, we're proud of what happened. We walk tall, and we carry a big stick, and we use it at will.
Well, you don't have to carry too big a stick with this wild-looking character.
Hey, we don't need a stick at all. We just like to have one to inflict a little extracurricular activities occasionally.
Well, your opponent is in the ring.
Hey, it's all over except a 3 count.
Bam Bam Bigelow and Larry Sharpe from the Monster Factory in New Jersey. A monster he is. Let's go to the ring now and pick up the introductions with Mark Nolte.
One fall, 10-minute time limit. Presenting first in front of me from Houston, Texas, weighing 228 pounds, Carl Clark. His opponent tonight, to my left, from the Monster Factory of Pretty Boy Larry Sharpe, weighing 403 pounds, the Beast of the East, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam Bigelow comes off with that shirt, Rusty. This guy is a monster.
He is. Larry Sharpe, look at that, gentlemen. On the back of his jacket, excuse me, it says, get monsterized. Now, what does that mean?
Well, I guess he wants to turn everybody that comes out of his wrestling school, which is called the Monster Factory, into a monster.
I guess that's what it is. But Bam Bam Bigelow, I'll tell you what, for a big man of his size, he can drop kick. He's fast, he is big, and he is mean.
And he can do just about anything he wants, just about with anybody. Big side headlock by Bam Bam Bigelow. Look at those powerful arms just wrapped around. Rusty, can you imagine how painful it is to have your head tattooed?
Well, I'll tell you what, that has got to be painful. I know I never had it done, as you can see, and you've never had it done, but that has got to be painful to have your head. That's a very sensitive part of your body, and he had it done.
You can see those tattoos on top of your head. You know, I've never had a tattoo, but what I've heard, you know, they really don't hurt that bad. But when you do it to the top of your head, you got to be crazy. Look at that. He has him up. Oh, he had him up and just held him there.
That is unreal. And Carl Clark's in a lot of... Well, there you go again. More punishment coming on, Steve. I'll tell you what. And look at Larry Sharpe down there. The camera's not on Larry Sharpe right now, but he's another one down. I get tired of looking at Larry Sharpe.
Well, Larry Sharpe walking around outside the ring. There he is. There's that get monsterized jacket he got on. Look at Bam Bam drop kick. Carl Clark. He's yelling, Bubba, Bubba. Well, what can I say about Bubba and Bam Bam Bigelow that hasn't already been said? Bam Bam drops that 403 pounds across the chest. Carl Clark, and now he's going over to the apron. He's going up on the ropes, Russell.
403 pounds, Steve. That's a lot of weight up there. And there he goes. Oh, my.
Right across the chest. Look at that. Oh, Alex, our cameraman at ringside, moving in for the close-up shot. And he got it as Bam Bam Bigelow gave you a close-up as he defeats Carl Clark here on USA All-Star Wrestling. Bam Bam wins it. Stay tuned, because coming up next, Billy Joe Travis right after this. From the Texas Chiropractic College here in Pasadena with me. We're going to be talking to them during this match. So let's go now to the ring for the introductions from Mark Nolte.
This is a non-title match. It has a 10-minute time limit. Presenting first in front of me, from parts unknown, weighing 244 pounds, Grappler 1. Grappler 1. His opponent tonight, to my left, from Miami, Florida, weighing 234 pounds, the reigning USA heavyweight champion, Billy Joe Travis.
Now, Billy Joe Travis introduced to the crowd here, and as I told you, Dr. Ogle and Max Conley from the Texas Chiropractic College here in Pasadena are with me, and they're here because they and USA All-Star Wrestling have combined for the first annual Texas Chiropractic College Wrestling Benefit here at Gilley's on Monday, October the 6th, and that is this coming Monday. Max, it's good to have you here.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate you folks inviting us here, and this is going to be a match that's going to be awesome to everybody in the Houston area.
So I know the proceeds are all going to benefit the Texas Chiropractic College, and you've had some problems raising funds, but things are going your way now, and it's going to be great out here on the 6th.
Things are going to be fantastic. We have had some problems in the past, but this is one of the most dynamic, one of the most awesome matches we're going to have as far as a fundraiser, and we want everybody to come out and support the college at 5912 Spencer Highway.
Of course, you can pick up your advance tickets at the clinic there on Spencer Highway. And Dr. Ogle, it's good to have you here, sir.
I really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying myself tonight.
I understand you haven't been to too many live wrestling matches.
That's true. I think this is my first, to be honest. I wasn't on TV, but this is my first live match. I'm having a ball.
I know you're really interested in the big benefit coming up, and donations are $10 for adults and $5 for children. And all the proceeds are going to help the college.
That is correct. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the support we got from you and from Gillies and everybody concerned. We're really proud of the students for pulling this off and putting it together.
Well, this Monday night, we want to fill this rodeo arena up.
Well, we're expecting a big crowd. We have a lot of supporters, and I think they'll all be out there.
I think they will, too. How many students do you have, Doctor?
Around 400.
That's a lot of people there to keep busy.
That's a lot of people. It's a business in Pasadena as well, because with a staff of 100 and 400 students, it makes a sizable contribution to the community.
And it does, and I know the community will be supporting you, Max, and you want to invite everybody out.
Yes, we do, and we have a lot of dignitaries that's going to be here that night. We're going to have some tremendous and fantastic door prizes at the intermission in the middle, in mid-time wrestling, in the middle of it, and just everybody to come out and have a fantastic time. And there'll also be admitted into Gillies, the famous Gillies, after the club, after the wrestling match also.
That's right there. Donation will get them not only to enjoy the exciting wrestling matches, and we've got a lot of them lined up. I know they've already heard the lineup here on television, so we won't tell them about that. What a clothesline from the Grappler in the ring. I'm not taking anything away from this match. I know the fans at home are enjoying this, but I want to thank both of you for coming. But the Grappler keeps going, and the Grappler goes in behind. He has the abdominal stretch placed on Billy Joe Travis. The Grappler holding on to Travis. Don't forget, if you live in the Houston, Pasadena area, to pick up your tickets for the Texas Chiropractic College and USA All-Star Wrestling Benefit at Gillies in Pasadena this coming Monday, the 6th, 8 o'clock starting time. The doors of Gillies will open at 6:30. Harry Chandler asking pressure on the back of Billy Joe Travis. Travis comes out, a hip toss. Oh, the referee, Harry Chandler, just barely got out of the way.
Awesome.
Here comes the Grappler with an atomic drop. That puts Billy Joe down again. Here's the count from the referee. Oh, and another 2 count. I think the Grappler thought that he should have received a 3 count that time. Back to the abdominal stretch. Billy Joe Travis still tied up with the Grappler. Referee Harry Chandler once again checking with Billy Joe. What can Billy Joe Travis do to get himself out of this bad position? Oh, it's Travis punching. Travis punching again right to the midsection. Here's one to the jaw. Down goes the Grappler.
All right.
Billy Joe Travis knocks the Grappler down again. Billy Joe Travis coming diving off the top rope. It's 1, 2, 3, and it's all over. It's all over. Billy Joe Travis wins it here over the Grappler, and as Billy Joe Travis makes his way down to me, I want to take you back and show you what happened last week here on USA All-Star Wrestling. Let's take a look. Out of the ring, Boyd has completely lost it. Now here.
Get back there right now. I'm sick and tired of losing bloody face here in the United States of America. You tonight in the Sam Houston Coliseum may as well walk into the ring, walk across, get down on your knees and hand me that belt and save me from beating your brains in.
First of all, Jonathan Boyd, I hate your guts. Now, brother, I can fight you or I can wrestle you. Brother, I'd just soon to fight you anytime. Sam Houston Coliseum, I'm just going to bust that fat
I'll beat you.
Yeah, it's going to be tonight, but it looks like it's going to be right now.
Well, I think they're just getting warmed up for tonight. Oh, who's this? Here comes that Nuko, the Russian bear back. Nuko, the Russian bear, has the big bear hug, the Russian bear hug on Billy Joe Travis. Boyd is saying, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Give me a break. There we go again. like Jonathan Boyd. Oh, he's got some help coming in. Steve?
They're coming in to help Billy Joe Travis, and Nuko goes after them. Nuko takes Villalobos. I don't know who the masked man is. Nuko has Curtis Poe, and he has a masked man. That must be the masked destroyer. Nuko takes Poe, throws him out of the ring. Nuko has the masked destroyer up. What's he going to do? He takes him and throws him over the top rope. Boy, you talk about power. Now it's Nuko going over with Jonathan Boyd. They take Travis, they throw him out, and Jonathan Boyd raises the hand of Nuko, the Russian Bear, as he has come back out here today on USA All-Star Wrestling and clean out the ring. Well, Billy, as you were making your way to me, the fans just saw when last week that Russian Bear came into the ring, and he and Jonathan Boyd were pounding on you.
Well, let me tell you something, Steve. I'm from the United States of America. Jonathan Boyd, you can bring anybody from any country. We're from the USA, the people out here from the USA. Boyd, this Nuko, the Russian Bear, let me tell you something. I was brought up the hard way, brother. And you can't come here and run all of us Americans, brother. Believe me, there's a lot of guys can take care of you, including me. Brother, that USA heavyweight title, I earned it. It wasn't given to me. So you and Boyd, you come and try and take it, because we're Americans, and we're from this country.
I'd like to take that Russian flag and just wrap it around his head, wouldn't you, Billy?
Maybe we can do that sometime, Steve. I want everybody out there, every arena, bring a United States of America flag to every arena, because we need your help. Please support us.
Thank you very much, Billy Joe Travis, and I'm sure he'll have another word or two with that Russian Nuko. Speaking about the Russian, he'll be going into the ring for our next match. That's coming up right after this.
Fred Barron's USA All-Star Wrestling, recorded live.
5 pounds, Gary the Hog Young. And his partner from San Antonio, weighing 240 pounds, Iron Man Curtis Poe. Their opponent tonight, seconded by their manager, sheepherder Jonathan Boyd. From Chernobyl of the Soviet Union, weighing 424 pounds, Nuko, the Russian Bear.
Rusty, that wild Nuko, the Russian Bear, all 424 pounds under his back. He's going up against two men. He must beat both men to win the match.
Yeah, right, Steve. That's disgusting to see that Russian flag displayed around the ring here at Gillies or anywhere here in this country. It's the United States of America. But he's a wrestler, and he does a heck of a job up there.
I'm nothing against the Russian people. That I don't think they ought to come into the United States claiming that they're the best and they're going to beat up everybody. There goes Curtis Poe. Oh, he dropped Curtis Poe right on his neck. I'm telling you what now, that is, Curtis Poe was hurt. There's no doubt about that. Here's a 3 count on Curtis Poe, and now it's Gary the Hog Young going after Nuko, the Russian Bear. This guy is 400-plus pounds. He's crazy.
Boy, you could see his head when he hit the ring, Steve. That head just kind of snapped. Not a real snap, but, I mean, it took it out of him. And he's going to make short work, I think, of the Hog right here. It's all over with.
Well, there's that Russian Bear. Nuko coming up as he defeats two men real quick. The Cowboy, Scott Casey, and Manuel Villalobos making their way down the aisle here. The Cowboy, one of the most liked professional wrestlers ever to step into the wrestling ring, especially here in Cowboy country. Let's go to the ring now for the introductions with Mark Nolte.
This is the television main event, 10-minute time limit. This is a non-championship match. Introducing first in front of me at a combined weight of 478 pounds, seconded by their manager, Fantasy, the reigning USA Tag Team Champions, Golden Boy Mike, Dizzy, the Golden Brothers. Their opponents tonight, first in the red tie, from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 211 pounds, Manuel Villalobos. And his partner from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 242 pounds, Scott Casey.
The introductions for this tag team match, the Golden Brothers with those USA Tag Team title belts on the line, not on the line, around their waist. They have them here at Gillies. Tiger Conway and Al Madrill are here, and Tiger was one of the gentlemen who held the USA Tag Team titles. And Tiger, It's good to have you and Al here.
Thank you for being here, Steve. You know, I came out to scout these Golden brothers here going against Scott Casey and Manny Villalobos. You know, Al, we're looking at this match for one reason only, you know, and that's for those titles. That's why we're sitting out here, Steve.
Al Madrill over here on the side, on the other side of me as we move the microphone over as Manuel Villalobos holds on to Mike Golden.
That's right, Stack. You know, I know these Goldens. Every move they make, I know exactly what they're doing because I was with them for a long time. You people know that. I don't worry about the family. I don't care about the family. Miss Fantasy's got to be the ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life.
Well, let me say this, gentlemen. I appreciate you coming out here, and I enjoyed talking to you, but I want to ask you to please not to go down the ring and interfere in this match, Tiger.
Okay, you know, we're going to sit right here and comment on what we see right here. We're going to call it just like it is. We're not going to go down, Steve. Okay?
Well, I appreciate that. I know both of you are gentlemen, and you are great wrestlers, and I know you'd like to get your hands on Fantasy Madrill, and she's out there right now, and if she makes that lady too mad, that lady may jump her.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't care about Miss Fantasy. You know, months ago, Stack, I said about how beautiful she was and how good she looks. I wish the camera was on her right now. I'll tell you what, Stack, I saw her one morning, and I saw the dog catcher chasing after her. That's how pretty she looks in the morning. She's got to be the most grotesque woman I have ever seen in my life.
Well, of course, with those daughters, oh, there she is right there now.
Yeah, look at her, look at her. Can you imagine that woman in the morning without makeup on? Steve, it is just incredible what it looks like. It looks like she looks like one of the Daughters of Darkness without makeup.
That's pretty strong there. There goes Mike Golden being rolled up by the Cowboy, Scott Casey. And the Cowboy can handle just about anybody. Did he make the tag? I don't think he did, Tiger.
He missed him, Steve. You know, the Cowboy, Scott Casey, is a great wrestler. He's a great friend of mine. You know, we've been on the same side of the fence a long time. And, you know, the Cowboy's got a lot going for himself, man. He knows how to take care of the business. He's a veteran. He's a seasoned veteran. And he's going to give the Goldens all they can handle. You know, Manny Villalobos, on the other hand, he's a rookie, but a good wrestler, a young, good wrestler, you know. And I like to say, you know, good luck to Manny in all your matches and keep up the good work, Manny.
Manny Villalobos, the USA Junior Heavyweight Champion, as we watch Dizzy Golden pound on the Cowboy, Scott Casey. There's one to the jaw, big fist.
You know, I would just like to comment on what Al was saying. You know, the people know if Al Madrill is sitting out here saying something about the Goldens, he's telling the truth about them because he was right there with them on the other side of that dressing room with them. He was right there with them. And, you know, Miss Fantasy, she dealt Al a bad card, and I know it's some bad blood there. And I know, you know, just like Al says, you know, when a woman is supposed to take care of her duties at home, or if she got a managerial job or whatever, she performs her best. And whatever the problem is with Miss Fantasy and Al, I hate to be on Miss Fantasy's side because I know what he's going to do to her, Steve.
Now there's Manuel Villalobos dropping onto that arm of Dizzy Golden. As you're watching this excitement of USA All-Star Wrestling, I want to tell any civic organization out there that if you would like to sponsor a match and raise funds for your organization, just give me a call at USA All-Star Wrestling, area code 512-736-6501, and I'll be glad to give you the details, and I know that we can help you raise money for your organization. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Right here, Steve, look at this. This is what they're known for. Watch Miss Fantasy. Boom, right on time. You see what I'm saying? See, I've took a many of them from her, and Al Madrill has took the same. But I want the people to know one thing. Payback is you know what.
That's right, and there she is again, and she's proud of herself. She got her slap in.
Yeah, she's proud of that. I tell you what, she has slapped me a couple of times. That's fine and dandy. I don't mind that. I'm not going to go around slapping her. I'm not going to tell people that's what I'm going to do. But I'll tell you one thing. Tiger and I, we've talked. We got a few surprises waiting for Miss Fantasy. We're going to make that woman look really, really bad.
There's a fist to the side of the jaw, Manuel Villalobos. Let me ask you something, Tiger. Does it kind of bother you that Madrill was for so long on the other side?
You know, it does. You know, Steve, it does bother me to a point, you know, but I would like to say, you know, knowing that he was on that other side, a lot of my family has told me, son, my father, from my father, to my mother, to my sisters, to my aunties, uncles, watch out for Al. You know, they like to see a man take care of business, but they say, you know, they've seen Al do a lot of things. And they said, hey, I'm glad to see y'all as partners, but watch it, brother. You know, just take care of yourself.
Well, I'm sure Al Maduro probably has the same feelings about Tiger Conway.
I'll tell you what, though, Stack, it's a lot different. I have not changed at all, and you have seen that. I have not changed at all my style, and I'm not about to. Tiger said be my partner because of the Goldens. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't have nothing to do with Tiger Conway Jr.
Well, the Goldens right now seem to be taking care of things in this tag team. We'll rejoin this tag team match after these. This tag team match. Let's go back now and pick up the tag team actions. The Goldens against Manuel Villalobos and Scott Casey. And they didn't do this well when Casey was in the ring.
Well, you know, it's a little different like that. See, you see how Miss Fantasy's always doing that? Everybody knows about her. So I'm telling you people now that are listening to me, Miss Fantasy's got a surprise. So if they ever see, wherever in their town, Stack, that it's Conway or myself against one of the Goldens, Miss Fantasy's in that corner, she's going to get a little surprise of her own medicine.
There's a slam from Dizzy Golden on Manuel Villalobos. Dizzy drives in a knee. Oh, he buried that right in the shoulder of Manuel Villalobos, but Manuel had enough to kick out.
That's right, you know, you look at it, you know, you're looking at two of the top teams there, regardless of whatever rating Scott Casey and Manny Villalobos have against the #1 tag team in the world, the USA champions, the Goldens. I would like to say, you know, the Goldens are a good team. They're a tough team. And also that third partner, that we know it's an advantage to us at times, Steve, and the people know it. And a lot of our fans and a lot of our friends say, just the ladies would just come up to me and Alice and just let me, all of them would like to have a chance to be our valet for a night, just so they can get their hands on somebody want to just get to Miss Fantasy, or if we can't do it, you know, they want to go. You know, they just want to take care of because she always interferes.
Well, there you see Miss Fantasy. She was at ringside. Oh. As Dizzy Golden holds down Manuel Villalobos. There's Fantasy right now walking around talking to Mike Golden, and now she turns around and talks to the fans, yells something in the ring to Mike Golden. Mike Golden tags in. Maybe she was telling him to get in there and take care of Manuel Villalobos. Comes in with that hit.
That's right, he comes in with that hit. But I'll tell you what, I am issuing a challenge to Mike Golden or Dizzy or both of them together. I don't care, Stack, because I want them, and Tiger Conway wants them too, baby. I'd rather have them singly, but I'll be there and there with Tiger, and I hope Miss Fantasy comes down there, Stack. You said that you want all these different organizations to call in so they can have matches in their town. I know there's a big list waiting, but at the same time, like Tiger was talking earlier about a valet, anytime there's a girl out there that wants to be a valet, have her get in touch with you, call you, send some pictures in, we'll look at her and see.
Okay, I'll be glad to look at all those pictures and see if there's one that you guys would be suitable to have. Oh, Manuel Villalobos with a nice super kick. Nice super kick. Put him down. There goes Casey thrown over the top rope by Mike Golden. That's going to be the match right there. That's the match. That's over the top rope. It's a disqualification. They're kicking on Manuel Villalobos.
This is what I'm talking about. Over the top rope.
You guys said you weren't going to interfere. You're going to stay here.
I wasn't going to go down. I'm going to stay right here. I want to stay right here, Steve. But see, this is what I'm talking about. 2-on-1. It ain't necessary. It was through Scott Casey over the top rope. Look at now they jumping on Manny. They just steady work.
Oh, they throw Manuel Villalobos right into Scott Casey, and they knock Casey right down on the floor again. And they're going right back down to Manuel Villalobos. 2-on-1. There's Dizzy going up on the middle rope. Dizzy coming with a fist. Right with it, Junior. Hey, wait a minute. A drill. Tiger, they said they wouldn't leave. They're tired of this. Madrill's going down to Casey. They're going to help Casey out. Madrill is giving Casey a chair. Casey is getting up into the ring. Here comes Casey in with a chair. He hits Dizzy with it. He hits Mike Golden with it. Scott Casey is getting a little revenge here. Too bad Fantasy wasn't in there. He popped her on the head one time. Scott Casey takes that chair, lays it across the back of Dizzy Golden. Scott Casey using the chair to the best of his advantage. As El Maduro and Tiger, well, they didn't interfere in the match. All they did was go down and help out Scott Casey, get him back in the ring and give him a chair. And Maduro and Tiger Conway Jr. are leaving now. They came out here and they did accomplish one thing.
That's right, Stack. We said we would. Tiger said he wouldn't. I didn't say I wouldn't.
Well, that's true. And Scott Casey still has a chair. Once he gets out of the ring, we're going to try to talk to Scott Casey if the referee, Harry Chandler, can ever get him out of there as he continues to put that chair to the throat of Mike Golden, and now Casey goes over and...
The
Golden's disqualified. Over the top rope, the disqualification. Scott Casey still in the ring with Manuel Villalobos. I would like to get Scott Casey here. So, Scott Casey still helping Manuel out. Manuel coming out underneath that bottom rope. While we're waiting for Scott Casey to make his way here, let's recap some of the great action you've seen here today on USA All-Star Wrestling.
The lady was a legend down in Houston. I was traveling with the rodeo. Every cowboy bragged that he could tame her. She turned out to be too much to hold. Yes, she did. She's been breaking hearts all over Texas. But I drew a number down in San Antonio. Made me think the ride would be so easy. But it's tough as this old cowboy has been gone. Houston heartache. She comes out a winner every time. Houston heartache. That card the lady wrote was mine. All the hearts the ladies have broken. I wonder who she'd give the highest score. Bet I'd win the all-round competition after dusting my old heart up off the floor. Houston heartache. She comes out a winner every time. Houston heartache. Last heart the lady broke was mine. Houston heartache. She comes out a winner every time. Houston heartache. Last heart the lady broke was mine. The lady was a legend down in Houston. And I was traveling with the rodeo. Every cowboy bragged that he could tame her. She turned out to be too much to hold. Yes, she did. She's been breaking hearts all over Texas. But I drew a number down in San Antonio. Made me think the ride would be so easy. But it's tough as this old cowboy has been gone.
Don't forget the excitement of USA All-Star Wrestling here every week. We hope you enjoyed. Drop us a line. We'd be glad to hear from you, or give me a phone call. Area code 512-736-6501. Tell us what you'd like to see, and we'll see if we can put it on the USA All-Star Wrestling for you. Coming up here now, Scott Casey, quickly. We just got a little time left. Scott?
It's real simple. I'm sick and tired of these chumps coming out here. He's the world's junior heavyweight champion, and I'm going to be the cowboy champion. And I appreciate the help from the drill and Conway, but when we're in a battle, I'm going to take God on my side, brother, because I'm not taking a backseat to anybody. Whether it's the Sheeps, whether it's Bam Bam Bigelow, or that big goofy Russian, we're going to take you guys.
Thank you very much, Scott Casey, Manuel Villalobos. Till next week, on behalf of Rusty Clark, this is Steve Sack saying so long for USA All-Star Wrestling.
Recorded live from the world-famous Gilley's nightclub in Pasadena, Texas, you've been watching Fred Barron's USA All-Star Wrestling.